that's the minimum. You still defending them now. Lauren is only human. Don't think I haven't been through the same predicament. Let it sit inside your head like a million women in Philly pen. It's silly when girls sell their souls because it's sin. Look at where you be in. Hair weaves like it's fake nails done by come again. Yo, a win-win, come again. To the man, more concerned with his rims and his Timbs and his women. Him and his men come in the club like hooligans. Don't care who they your fan, poppin' yang. Like you got yang. Let's stop pretend. The one that pack out by the waistman, by the casement, still the name of his basement. The pretty face man claiming that they did a bid, man. Need to take care of their 3 and 4 kids. Been the face in court case when the money taking, heartbreaking. Now you wonder why women hate me. The sneaky silent man, the punk. Stop acting like boys and be men. How you gon' win when you ain't right within? How you gon' win when you ain't right within? How you gon' win when you ain't right within? Come again. Yo, come again. The red train come again. And this train come again.
I've been rapping for about 17 years, okay? I don't write my stuff anymore. I just kick it from my head, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. No disrespect, but that's how I am.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Yo, on and my thumb palming. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning. You should see the way the chain harness the charming. Fly 'em like a bird, like Nelly Furtado. Pop your toast and scream cheers. Get your 2-step, cause it's the record of the year. They brought you ice creams, 2 for a pair. Officially announcing this is warfare. Cause back in the day, my clouds was gray. And it seemed like my angels couldn't blow them away. But then I sold my first verse and copped that NSX. But I was still riding in them jets for now. Made my vision so clear out the window of the Lear. And I'm talking on my celly, all the you should hear. Listen clearly now. Hello? Can you hear me now? Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Starting in smooth.
Well, we can finally say the NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me in the booth, as always, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Here's the starting group for Houston. They've got Pachulia, Nash out there with Harden, and it's Garnett, and it's Iguodala in at the 3.
Well, Derek Favors still developing offensively. I think he's trying to refine his post game and his shooting touch, but the potential is still there.
Harden can't hit. Now Conley. Here's Favors. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
Now, the defense backs off a little bit because he does not shoot the ball well from the three-point line.
And for Favors, most of his shots, Clark, coming around the rim.
Yeah, strong offensive rebounder. He can use his imposing physique to overpower a lot of defenders.
That's good. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
He can become a weapon for them if he gets going early from long range.
Harden kicks to Iguodala. He feeds it to Nash. Three-pointer. And Andre Iguodala with the 3.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Now here's Conley. The feed to Crowder. He tries for 3. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, again, if the shot selection there, defender draped all over.
Well, you got to understand who's guarding you in that situation. I mean, if he's on you tight, you can't just rise up and try to shoot over the top.
Portland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Green kicks to Favors with the fadeaway. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great.
Here's Crowder. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
Playing with so much energy offensively, the ball is really moving.
Nash dishes to Harden. Fires the 3. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Harden. And it's 6 points for Iguodala.
Boy, they've got them on their heels the way they've been running the ball up and down, right down their throat.
Yeah, it's like a fast break drill out there, guys. A lot of great finishes in transition.
Here's Nash. And here are the Rockets. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run.
You know, there's always a little hesitation with newly formed, star-loaded teams, and you wondered if the Rockets would click early last year. They did, and ended up with the 4 seed out west.
Here is Plumlee following the score by Kevin Garnett, and he's able to get it back. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
It's Harden with the drive out to Nash. There's the triple. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Iguodala with the steal. Up the floor. For the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about. Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
For the Trailblazers, J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Plumlee. Tony Snell comes in for Crowder. And it's Barbosa in for Green. Ryan, he's checked in for Houston. Brandon Knight comes in for Nash.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
And Portland making a change here. Nelson's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Ginobili's checked in. And it's Houston's ball. They're on an 18-5 run here. A minute 50 left in the first quarter. Nelson, no luck. Rockets leading by 10. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Rockets.
They've set the first half home by really getting out in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And Pachulia drops them both.
Well, the season before this last one, the Trailblazers really struggled to get help from their bench. Didn't get a lot from the reserves. And while the team improved significantly last year, the bench still wasn't quite up to par.
There's the 3, and it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession.
Trailblazers ball. 19 seconds.
That'll be a 5-second call. There's 1:26 left to play in the first. Knight kicks to Pachulia. Lets it go from 14. And he gets it to go. Pachulia's got 6. Well, Steve, with the Trailblazers bench, while they weren't a strength by any means, they were able to play strong enough defense where they could at least hold the score they inherited more often than not.
And that's all you really want from your reserves, Kevin. I mean, they weren't going to blow anybody out, but if they could be solid defensively, which they were most of the season, they could hold on to that lead and maintain it until the starters got back in the ballgame.
A nice shot by Knight.
Very positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
Now a timeout called by Portland. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston.
And you go back to last year in the postseason. Remember, they sent this team packing when they met in round 1. So I would expect a really good battle here tonight.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Kevin Garnett. Kept alive, kicks it out to Barbosa. Dishes it to Snell. Looking to end the drought. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And you know, like Steve mentioned, a matchup like this can spur a bit of extra intensity with the recent history being what it is.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that, Kevin. I agree. I mean, you always want to show up strong, but definitely this is a game both teams want to win. Pride is a real factor here.
The Blazers were one of the pleasant surprises of the season last year, and they got a lot of their wins at home. Very tough here in the Rose Garden.
And the second free throw, good. 31 wins, Clark, for the Blazers here in Portland. Very tough in this arena.
And you know, you hear about how some places are loud, like Oracle and Oklahoma can be.
or for the poem of the Golden State Warriors, but this Portland crowd is as loud as it gets. Got to give some credit to the Rowdy Rip City bunch, and they've been that way since back in my day when I was playing in the early 80s.
Gosh, I can't even remember that. Here's Knight, and it's Portland with the rebound. Favors has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, that's an aggressive play, trying to get that rebound. Maybe a little too aggressive.
And it was totally unnecessary, Steve. He was in no position to get to that ball. He should have just conceded.
Portland may have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And this was an excellent free throw shooting team a year ago, guys. About 81% as a team.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Knight with it. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense, too, guys.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
How about the shooting so far? It's been a clinic out there. They are lighting it up and really creating open looks for each other.
Well, Steve, there hasn't been much resistance and when they've been on the offensive end, so they've taken advantage of it.
Conley out there with Green, and there's Hickson. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Plumlee in at the center position. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Crowder kicks to Green. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Rockets running again. Finished off the break. Harden's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Rockets.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong. James Harden. With those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on the string.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Guys, Ray Allen, now in his 19th season in the league, is still going strong. As former teammate Shane Battier said, he's the most disciplined guy I've ever played with. He's borderline psychotic when it comes to his regimen. That extends to his diet. No sugar, no carbs, no red meat. And guys, Allen managing every detail to prepare himself for action.
He's taking it to the next level, Doris. Thanks. Rockets leading by 19 points. And Harden, a left-hander. Defenders tend to have more trouble, it seems, guys, with southpaws.
Well, and especially with Harden because of how crafty he is. He's got that Manu Ginobili Euro move, the change of speed, change of direction, and then the strength. I mean, that's what separates him. He draws contact and seems to just go right through players.
Elevates and powers in the one hand.
Textbook.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much.
Houston making some changes. Garnett comes in for Jaja Pachulia. And Allen subbed in for Kobe.
That's a great shot if there's 1 second left in the game.
Yeah, that would be the good time to do it. It's not now, though.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials.
The Trailblazers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
It's like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning a timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
Timeout called the Rockets. For the Rockets, Pachulia. He's checked in for Iguodala. And it's Ginobili in for Nash. That misses, so he splits the free throws. As you might have expected them to be, Clark, the Rockets were very good on the road.
Well, with the way that team was comprised with multiple threats on the floor offensively, it's no surprise to see them excel on the road.
Trailblazers trail by 16. Conley, the pass to Hickson. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Not the guy you want to see taking too many free throws. Last season, his numbers among the worst in the league.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
Harden, that's good.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
Conley kicks. To Green. Lets it go with the 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Unloads. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Would have been lucky to knock that shot down.
Yeah, that kind of shot will definitely get you the high eyebrows from the coach and maybe get you a seat on the bench, too.
Here's Hickson. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Garnett with the block.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
You know, guys, when you push it hard like that on the break, those are the easy buckets that'll be waiting for you.
Trailblazers trail by 20. Conley with it. Picked up by Ginobili. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, man, what a shot. He hit that one from another time zone.
Oh, man, guys, it's unbelievable to see him pull up from so deep.
Crowder dishes to Green. Shoots a fader. They grab their own miss. Hickson passes to Crowder. From deep, Green. Hickson kicks to Plumlee. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Derek Favors checked in for Plumlee. Tony Snell comes in for Crowder. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Gerald Green. And Nelson is subbed in for Mike Conley. And a change for the Rockets. Brandon Knight's checked in for Ray Allen. Favors can't get it to go.
Tough three-point try there with a hand in his face.
Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
From deep. Feeds it to Hickson. Fades away. Rockets with the rebound. Garnett's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
A chance here, Kevin, to check out how the Trailblazers ranked in the NBA last season. First in rebounding, first in free throw percentage. And they also showed up in the top 5 in overall offense. This team has no trouble scoring the basketball. That's the least of their concern. They love to get it up and down and put it in the hole.
But when you think about this club, the first thing that comes to mind is their ability to rebound the ball. Best in the league, so physical. They just pounded the glass, and that's how they tried to win games, just by being more physical than their opponents.
In Harden, a relatively quiet demeanor. Some have even said moody, but clearly he's embraced his new leading role in Houston.
And he said as much himself. He looks at the Rockets as his team, and you can see it in his demeanor on the court. With that leadership comes responsibility, and I think he's ready to continue to step into that.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kevin, Terry Stotts led the Blazers to the second round last season, and he's now in his third year with the team. He spent a couple of seasons as head coach in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but this is his longest stint and the best talent he's ever had. As Stotts said, you never know if you're going to get another chance. Guys, he's certainly making the most of it.
Doing a great job. Thanks, Doris. Biombo, he's checked in for Houston. Here's Snell. Sinks the triple. Snell's got 6.
I think they're spending a little too much time behind the three-point line in this quarter. They've got to work the ball into the paint.
I agree with you. I mean, it's easy to settle for that three-point shot. I mean, they're making it harder than they need to. Get it in close, get to the line. That's how you get back into a game.
30 seconds left to play here in the half. It's stolen by Hickson. Favors. It's offline from half court.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game, and he still hasn't registered a single point.
Trailblazers trail by 16 from midcourt. The shot is off. Excellent D here by Iguodala. Here's Biombo. Oh! How did that go in?
Unbelievable.
Just 4 seconds left in the first half. A dominating first half.
Thank you, Kevin.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out. And so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got Iguodala. Pachulia is out there with Garnett. Then it's Nash. And it's Harden in at the 2 spot. Iguodala kicks to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Houston moving the ball around. And he gets it to go. Pachulia's got 10.
Good look. He'll make that one most of the time.
Trailblazers trail by 18. I think for a while, Clark, teams looked at Iguodala and saw his talent and what he could do on the floor, and they wanted him to be a centerpiece. Now that he's been in the league this long, and as a vet, he seems almost better suited as a complementary piece.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, not everybody can be the main focal point of a team, and that's no knock on Iguodala. I mean, I think he's terrific. He does a little bit of everything, does it all well, and I understand he's really a high-quality guy and teammate. And he's very much more of a playmaker than a scorer, even though he can look dominant with the ball in his hands at times.
Favors can't get it to go.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
Pachulia, good.
Well, it's been all about pace and space with them. Tempo, the fast break points, just a huge advantage.
Yeah, they've been looking to push it all the time and to get that early offense, and they're doing it well.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And with Iguodala comfortable in his role playing as a sidekick, it makes sense because he modeled his game so closely after Pippen when he was growing up. Very much cut out of the same cloth.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Biombo is checked in for Garnett. Bryant comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Miller subbed in for Steve Nash. Now here's Kobe. D right on him. Here's Harden on the wing. Takes a three. Combo dishes to Pachulia. And he banks in the layup. Pachulia's got 14 points.
Just another outstanding play down low. These teams couldn't be farther apart in their effectiveness in the paint today.
Yeah, that's right. It's been all good at one end, and we'll try to be diplomatic here and just say not so good at the other.
The offensive rebound. The dish to Crowder. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Fifth on the list, James Harden.
Now, he never took a night off. I mean, it seemed like he was scoring big all season long. Just a terrific year for him.
Bryant has the open look. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, final thought here on Iguodala. The more I think about what you said about him and Pippen, they're similar in length. Their ability, their versatility defensively is a talent that I think they both have, in addition to being able to make plays for others. I think it's a reasonable comparison, actually quite apt when you look at those two guys.
And now Portland on the break, and Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Conley. He's got 9. Outside, Green.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Kobe with it. Conley picks him up. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Houston. Ginobili comes in for Miller. Kobe passes to Garnett. And Derek Favors picks up the foul.
Well, guys, you talk about the growth of the game internationally, but different time zones can make it a challenge for other countries to enjoy the game live. You look at China, for instance, a growing market for the game, but they're 12 hours ahead of East Coast time and 15 hours ahead of the West Coast. But if you're a junkie for hoops, I guess you'll adjust to the time zone.
The fadeaway. Shot by Crowder, no good.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it. The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, but he pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Yes, sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Plumlee. Tony Snell comes in for Crowder. And it's Barbosa in for Green. And Commissioner Silver raising the possibility that the NBA might consider tweaking starting times to reach more people in China.
Well, tough to make that work. I mean, I think a featured Saturday night game on the West Coast could translate to a Sunday morning matinee in China, so that might be the best way to do it.
Manu Ginobili has always been one of my favorite guys to watch and an elite shooting guard on the court. I mean, the issue with him has been health. You know, last season he missed about a month with a tweaked hamstring, right as the Spurs went on their rodeo road trip. That's how to bang down low. His hard work gives him another possession.
Here's Pachulia. A.J. Hickson pulls it in. Hickson's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And Ginobili, guys, clearly focused on trying to stay healthy. The last couple of off-season, Steve, he's bowed out of international play.
Well, it's smart. I mean, he's got so much mileage on his body, and it's more important for him to spend his summers just working on his body, staying healthy, strengthening those areas that he needs. It's always tricky, though, to say no to your home country when they ask you to play on the national team. Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That is his first foul of the game. Jameer Nelson's checked in for Portland. The Rockets also changing it up. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Pachulia. Allen comes in for Kobe. And Nash is subbed in for Manu Ginobili. Nelson with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up.
Now, he's their top rebounder. He's doing an excellent job on the glass today.
Boy, I tell you what, I love the effort he's shown on the boards today, Steve. It's been fantastic.
Right for three. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feed. Knight's got 9.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
And that's going to be a travel.
Wow, just a total loss of concentration right there.
Well, those kinds of mistakes in this game is in danger of getting away from them.
There's Nash with the 3. No good, trying to beat the buzzer.
Thursday, November 13th, the Milwaukee Bucks go up against the Miami Heat. Don't miss out.
In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Well, this is what you talk about when you have the offensive play coming together based on tremendous passing. It's the rhythm and flow that occurs that makes this a beautiful game.
Tony Snell is out there with Quincy Acey. And it's Rivers. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Nelson in at point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the 3.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for them.
But it has to translate, Clark, if they're going to cut into this lead. They've got to convert those boards into points.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Nash with it. Second chance shot. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Jay Crowder's checked in for Tony Snell. And a switch here also for Houston. Andre Miller's checked in for Steve Nash. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And Acey kicks to Rivers. And the 3 ball is good. The Rockets shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Blake for 3. Good on the shot.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a 3-point battle like this.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
17 seconds on the shot clock. 17.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. From deep 3-point range and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Pass to Rivers, trying his luck deep. Out left to the wing. Second shot opportunity. Acey's shot is good. And the Rockets with possession here. Allen for 3. Pass to Blake. For 3. Again, Allen missing. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth. Quarter. Out to the wing. Here's Crowder. And Baines kicks to Crowder. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Iguodala's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Nobody near Allen. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That's a confident shooter right there. Passes up an easy 2 on the break. Instead, he lets it fly from the 3-point line.
Here's Crowder. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Not much production from him, and it's hurt his team.
Iguodala outside. Pass to Blake. The 3. Out to Miller. From deep. Good.
They've stepped up their 3-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Well, they're feeling confident, and they're in a good flow offensively, so why not just keep firing from out there?
The 3-ball. That's good.
They're down right now, trying to stay in the game with the 3-ball. They shot a lot more here in the second half than they did in the first half. And I'm not sure I agree with that strategy.
Goes back up. And Iguodala with a nice bucket inside.
They've done a terrific job of getting offensive rebounds and then converting those here in the second half. I mean, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but they've turned them all into points.
And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Well, you know, this last draft class was one that had been hyped up for such a long time with the big names, primarily Wiggins, Parker, and Embiid, all being viewed as potential franchise players. I'm not quite sure of that, but they certainly are tremendous talents. A lot of teams knew that, and it became a bit of the race to the bottom for some franchises.
Kevin Garnett is checked in for Houston. Ginobili comes in for Steve Blake. Nelson with it, picked up by Ginobili. The 3. Nelson with another miss. Well, Steve, you were general manager in the NBA and NBA coach now, but you know that teams that know they're not going to make the playoffs will play younger players as opposed to perhaps some veterans, giving those younger players time to develop, maybe not necessarily securing wins, but certainly securing experience for those kind of players.
Well, securing experience and then also securing a high draft pick. And obviously, you have to get lucky and hit on a star player at some point. But I think it's the preferable method for teams to go that route these days rather than to just hang around the middle of the league in mediocrity.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys, and the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Rockets.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Pachulia, he's checked in for Biyombo, and Steve Blake is subbed in for Miller.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Here's Snell. Misses the 3. The Rockets should about 47% here in the fourth. Here's Pachulia. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You can look at a number of areas where the Blazers improved last season. Really an outstanding year all the way around. But one area they still had trouble with was their depth. That's an area they'll look to shore up going forward.
Steve, depth definitely something Portland didn't feel comfortable with last year. Last in the league in bench minutes played.
And by a wide margin. I mean, not surprisingly when they were, also last in bench scoring. Hard to tell which caused the other, but, certainly they didn't feel as comfortable as they could have, with heavy minutes from their reserves.
Shot from the top of the key, and he gets it to go.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Kicks it to AC. The tray. No luck. Here's Garnett. Misses the shot. So we see the Rockets taking the win here.
Kevin, I'm here with